Alright guys, welcome back. Today we're going over Cain. Sorry. Cain, right here. There. The title is Trouble in Paradise. So hope you enjoyed the last one. I hope you enjoy the next ones and every single one of them. Alright, let's get into it. A joke printed in the St. Louis Pennant back in 1840 serves as the first known record of a phrase still in use today. Why have we every reason to believe that Adam and Eve were both rowdies? Asked the editors. Because they both raised Cain. Today the phrase raise Cain means to cause a lot of trouble, as the biblical Cain surely did. This first human baby, the eldest child of Adam and Eve, grew up to become the world's first cold-blooded murderer. What drove Cain to kill his younger brother Abel? Uncontrolled anger. And what caused his anger? The Bible gives a surprising answer: religion. Scripture tells us that while Cain raised crops, his brother managed livestock. At some point, both men wanted to offer the results of their labor as a sacrifice to God. But while God accepted Abel's offering, he rejected Cain's, an event that led directly to the world's first homicide. Why did God reject Cain's sacrifice? Apparently, it had little to do with the actual items offered. Rather, it came down to the watershed issue that always separates true religion from its deadly counterfeit: faith in God versus confidence in self. The book of Hebrews tells us that Abel offered a better sacrifice than Cain by faith. His genuine faith prompted him to give to God not second-rate leftovers, but the very first and best of his flocks. Cain, meanwhile, hoped to impress God and to earn divine favor with his own gifts, but discovered that God cannot be bought. The divine rejection made him so angry that he took out his rage on his brother, then lied about his crime. Man-made religion, that is, trying to impress God by what we have done, always ends in disaster. We all have a choice when God warns us against trying to impress him with our punny efforts. Will we listen to him, trust him instead of trying to wow him, and do things his way? Or will we insist on our own plans, get angry when they don't work, blame God for our failures, and then strike at others? Make no mistake, we face this choice every day. The New Testament writer Jude warned his readers against following in the footsteps of Cain. He meant that we always face the temptation of choosing self-aggrandizing effort over genuine faith. Every one of us must repeatedly make scores of decisions whether to trust God and follow his instructions or depend on ourselves and our ability to get God to stand and applaud. Sometime before Cain struck down his brother, God advised him to do what was right and warned him that he stood in a precarious place. Cain ignored the warning and wound up a murderer. If we ignore similar warnings, do we really think we'll wind up any better? Alright, so like the last time, it says, it has this little side note, and it says, Cain hoped to impress God but discovered that God cannot be bought. That's just like a summary of kind of this, what I just read. And as a point, like the last one, it says, nothing impresses God except genuine faith. So, I hope you enjoyed that, and you learned something, and, we'll be back, next video. We'll be reading Noah, so, stay tuned, and, everybody have a blessed day. Bye-bye.